Jai Bhagwan. On auspicious day of Guru Jai Bhagwan. On auspicious day of Guru Purnima, it is my tremendous pleasure to present as the medium the speech of Swami RAJARSHI Muni here at Malav Ashram. I would also like to take this opportunity to say my Jai Bhagwan to all the Santgan, honorable guests, Acharyagan, Sevarthi, Paramarthi, Sevadharmi, as well as all the disciples of Swami RAJARSHI Muni across the world. Today's Guruji'S Param Pujya Guruji'S speech was translated by Srimati Jagrutiben Jala, who is granddaughter-in-law of Shree, late A.T. Jala Sahib, who was also a dedicated and devotee of Swami RAJARSHI Muni. Now I would like to start the speech. My loving Jai Bhagwan to all the gentlemen, ladies, brother, sister and children. Today, on this auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima, let us all pray together to our Adi Guru Lord Lakulishji and our Sadguru Brahmalin Swami Sri Krupalu that they both continue to shower their grace on us. You all expect few words of wisdom from me today. After the completion of the first 25 years of one's life of the Brahmacharya ashram, one is expected to earn his livelihood to nourish his family. Our scriptures have also given us permission to earn with due honesty. After satisfying one's basic needs, one must utilize one's remaining wealth for good purposes. Our scriptures have stated that giving donation is a good mean of using one's wealth, and hence one must practice generosity. As far as wealth is concerned, there are only two possible options: give it or leave it. The third option of taking it along after death is not available. Just as grass grows very easily, so do the sinful or bad karmas. But on the other hand, good karmas take a long time to grow like bamboo. The bamboo seed takes 5 years to sprout, but once the roots are strengthened, the bamboo attains the height of 100 feet in just 6 months. Even though both grass and bamboo are exposed to same natural resources like water and sunlight, etc., grass grows faster than bamboo, but the worth of bamboo is much more than the grass. Everyone has to reap the fruit of one's good as well as bad karmas. Virtuous karmas yield good fruit and vice versa. This can be illustrated by the answer given by Lord Krishna to King Dhritarashtra after the battle of Mahabharata. After losing his 100 sons in the battle, King Dhritarashtra asked the Lord, "O Lord, what sinful act have I done in this lifetime, as a result of which I have lost my 100 sons?" Lord Krishna bestowed him divine sight to see his previous births. The king thus saw that 50 births ago he was a bird catcher. He had thrown a burning net to catch the birds sitting on the tree. 100 birds were burned to death and some had turned blind. The king was saved from reaping the fruit of this sinful act for 50 birds due to his previously accumulated good karmas. But when the good karmas become exhausted, he had to reap the fruit. This example proves that the Lord not only remembers the karma done 50 births ago, but he also gives its fruit. Hence, we must perform karmas benevolently and not with selfish motives. Again, we must not do sakam karma but must do nishkam karmas. Karmas done with selfish motives or with an intention to satisfy our desire do not give good fruits. I am quoting an example to illustrate this. Once, when Devarshi Narad Muni was wandering on the earth, he saw 2 lakes on his way. The lakes were filled with clean, cool and sweet water. But both the lakes told Naradji that so far no human, animals or birds have ever drunk our water. Today you have obliged us by drinking our water. We are very grieved by the fact that no one uses our water. We pray to you to end our grief. Naradji continued with his journey. On the way he saw 2 mango trees. They were laden with ripe mangoes. Naradji lavishly ate a mango from each tree. The trees told the sage that you have really obliged us both by eating our fruits. So far, no one has ever tasted our sweet and delicious fruits, and we are very sad about it. Kindly do something to put an end to our sadness. Further ahead, Naradji met 2 healthy milking cows, but they too looked unhappy. When the sage asked the reason for their unhappiness, they told him, "Our milk possesses the capacity to render strength and health to its consumer, yet neither our calves nor any humans are consuming our milk. Pray drink our milk." Naradji drank the milk of both the cows and found it to be very nice. He wondered why no one consumes it. The cow requested the sage to obligate them by ending their sorrow and said that they are indebted to him for drinking their milk. After having understood the grief of both the lakes, both the mango trees and both the cows, Naradji went straight from Prithvilok to Lord Vishnu to satisfy his curiosity. He explained everything to Lord Vishnu and asked him curiously, Lord, what is the reason behind this? And kindly say the means to put an end to their grief. The Lord said, all this is the fruit of their own karmas. God does fair justice without any love or hatred. Both the lakes were real sisters. In their previous birth, they were rich and generous but were partial in giving alms. They not only gave the alms to their familiar person but also desired praise for them in return. They were very narrow-minded. They will attain salvation when the water of the lake will irrigate the field through canals and yield good harvest and bring prosperity to everyone. Similarly, the mango trees were renowned scholars in their previous birth, but due to their selfishness, no one ever benefited from their knowledge. They will attain liberation only when their seeds will be used to flourish many more orchard and when everyone will get to eat their fruits. The Lord further said about the two cows. These cows were women in their previous birth. They only cared about their husbands and their sons. They were very selfish, deceitful and narrow-minded. They will be freed when their milk would be given to deprived, diseased, poor and to needy children. As guided by the Lord, Naradji tried to do the needful and their grief ended in due time. This incident proves that everyone invariably reaps the fruit of one's karma. It is possible that there may be a delay in getting the fruits of one's karmas, but one certainly gets it sooner or later. It is also very clear that at times one gets such a fruit that one needs the help of other to free oneself from the grief. There is an interesting story in the Brahma Puran where a demon was liberated with the help of another person. This is the story in which a demon was liberated when he got the fruit of the devotion of a low-caste devotee. A low-caste devotee lived on the outskirts of city of Avanti. He was a great musician. He used to render bhajans of Lord Vishnu and used to narrate Lord's tales. He had abundant love for the Lord. He used to do the sahaj karmas prescribed by the Lord, like fasting on Ekadashi, and he used to sing bhajans outside the temple the whole night to please the Lord. He would return home at dawn and would eat only after serving others. This routine continued for many days. One day he went to the forest near the Shipra river to pluck flowers to offer to the Lord. A demon caught him and threatened to eat him. The devotee said, "Eat me tomorrow. Tonight I have to sing bhajans. Kindly leave me. You should not become an obstacle for this. Truth is supreme, and I swear on this truth that tomorrow I'll come to you after serving the Lord. Then you may eat me." The demon said, "Since you have sworn on the truth, I am letting you go, but do come tomorrow." The devotee reached the temple singing the Lord's glory on the way. He gave the flowers to the priest, who offered them to the Lord, did the arti and went home. The low-caste devotee sat on the ground outside the temple and filled the surroundings with the heartful redemption. When the night passed, he had a bath, bowed to the Lord, and went to the demon to keep his promise. The demon had not expected that the devotee would come back to him. As soon as the demon saw the devotee, he was filled with reverence for him, and he asked him respectfully, "O great soul, pray let me know since how much time are you following this routine of singing bhajans outside the temple?" The devotee said, 20 years. The demon said, "I am greatly impressed by your devotion. I promise to let you go, but on a condition that you give me the fruit of your day's devotion to me. If you do not agree, then I also swear on God that I will eat you instantly." The devotee thought that it wiser to give away his life rather than giving the fruit of his day's devotion to the demon. So he said, "If you are hungry, then you can eat me, but I am not ready to give you the fruit of my one day's or even one night's good karmas. Kindly eat me without wasting time." The demon said, "If you cannot give me the fruit of your entire night devotion, then please give me at least the fruit of 1/4 part of the night. Even that would liberate me." The devotee was kind-hearted, and on seeing the demon's condition, his heart was filled with compassion for him, and he gave the fruit of 45 minutes of his devotion to the demon. Due to this attainment, the demon obtained a place in Brahmalok, and he lived there happily for 1,000 years. Generally, those who believe in higher worlds and next births prefer to do good karmas, as they believe that if they will do good karmas in this birth, they will obtain pleasure in higher world and next birth after death. However, the atheists neither believe in the higher world nor in next birth, and also they do not feel the need to do good karmas. There is a shlok regarding this which is accepted even by the followers of Vaisheshik as well as Nyaya Darshan. It says that even if one is doubtful regarding the higher world, still he must do good karmas. Even if the higher world do not exist, the believers are not at loss, but if they do exist, then atheists would be killed. The word devotion can be used in two different aspects. First, one can be devoted to God, and second, also to worldly matters or person. When the latter offers his good karmas to the Lord, then he is saved from the fruits of his bad karmas. This can be understood from the story of Bali Raja's previous birth. It is said that Bali Raja was a gambler in his previous life. One day he won some money while gambling. He bought a beautiful garland from the money, not for the Lord but for his beloved prostitute. Filled with lust, when he was hurriedly going to meet his beloved, says that even if one is doubtful regarding the higher world, still he must do good karmas. Even if the higher world do not exist, the believers are not at loss, but if they do exist, then atheists would be killed. The word devotion can be used in two different aspects. Firstly, one can be devoted to God, and secondly, also to worldly matter or person. When the latter offers his good karmas to God, then he is saved from the fruits of his bad karmas. This can be understood from the story of Bali Raja's previous birth. It is said that Bali Raja was a gambler in his previous birth. One day he won some money while gambling. He bought a beautiful garland from that money, not for the Lord but for his beloved prostitute. Filled with lust, when he was hurriedly going to meet his beloved, a stone came in his way and he fell down unconscious. When he regained consciousness after some time, he felt that he was going to die. He was then worried about the garland that he had bought for his beloved and realized that now the garland will not reach her. Then he suddenly remembered that a saint had once told him that if one offers anything to the Lord, then one gets good fruit for the same. He thought that anyway he is dying and the garland is not going to reach his beloved, so if there is any truth in what the saint had said, he will surely benefit from this act. So the gambler offered the garland to Lord Shiva before breathing his last breath. Yamraja's messenger caught him and presented him before Yamraj, who then asked him, "Do you want to reap the fruit of your good karmas first or your bad karmas?" The gambler silently reasoned in his mind that the heap of his bad karmas was so huge that it would take a very long time to suffer fruit. So it would be better to start with good karmas. If at all he has done any. So he replied to Yamraj, I would like to get the fruit of my good karmas first. Yamraj thought that this person has done only one good karma of offering the garland to Lord Shiva during his entire lifetime. Scriptures have stated that if a person remembers God at the time of death, then he attains liberation. This man is not worthy of liberation, but it wouldn't be inappropriate if I grant him to sit on the throne of Lord Indra in the heaven for 45 minutes. But then arose the problem that where would the already existing Indra go during those few moments? Yamraj remembered Naradji to solve this problem, and immediately the sage appeared before him. Yamraja shared his dilemma with Naradji, whom then did the necessary arrangement to take the existing Indra outside the city of Avanti for a short time. The gambler was then given the throne. The gambler was greatly surprised, and he did not understand what he should do after sitting on the throne. So he asked Naradji, O great sage, please tell me, what should I do now after acquiring the kingdom of heaven? Naradji told him, giving sane advice, that you did only one good karma in your entire lifetime, and as a result of that you got the kingdom of heaven. You must have understood from this that offering whatever one possesses to the Lord is the best karma. In heaven you possessed great wealth, the Airavat elephant, the Kamdhenu cow, the Kalpvriksh tree, etc. You can give away all this to the Brahmin residing in the heaven. The Devtas have special reverence for Lord Vishnu, who in turn likes the leaves of the Tulsi plant. On hearing this, the gambler, at present the Indra, ordered the attendant to bring Tulsi leaves. As soon as the attendant brought the Tulsi leaves, the gambler got down from his throne and placed the Tulsi leaves on the throne, all the while praying to Lord Vishnu. He then called the Brahmins and offered them Chintamani jewel, the Nandanvan garden, the Amrit Kund, the Airavat elephant, the Kamdhenu cow, and the Kalpvriksh tree. Yamraj realized that in this manner the gambler, who was now the Indra, gave away all the riches of the heaven in the few minutes that he was made the king of heaven. The gambler returned to Yamraj, who then asked him, What did you do in the heaven? The gambler narrated everything that he had done in those few moments in heaven. Yamraja realized that he had done lot of good karmas in the heaven by offering all the riches, and that now lot of good fruits has been accumulated in his account. So Yamraj decided to make him a king in the next birth. This is how the gambler became Bali Raja in his next birth. God can be pleased even by offering small or trivial things like flower, fruit, leaves or water. In the above example, a gambler unintentionally offered just a garland that he had wanted to give to his beloved to the Lord before dying, that also when he realized that now it was impossible to gift it to his beloved as he was on the verge of dying. Such an unintentional good karmas done as a last resort also gave him as a fruit nothing less than the kingdom of heaven, though for a few moments. From the above example, we all must take the moral that we must start doing the good karmas of offering our possession in the early years of our life without waiting for the sunset of our life. Good utilization of our wealth can earn us heaven, and selfish utilization of our riches can lead us to hell. Those aspiring spiritual evolution must develop a generous attitude towards wealth. All of you who are an integral part of the Lakulish family have understood well the importance of offering your wealth. Timely and again, you all have given generous offerings. In the beginning, you all have contributed to the Krupalu Ashram Malav and Kayavaran Tirth Seva Samaj. Then, a big center of life mission in Jharkhand was also realized because of your contributions. Presently, a temple of Lord Lakulishji is being made in Assa on the banks of Narmada. whose video you all saw. Similarly, on the banks of river Ganga, we are making a Yog Vidyalaya, lodging facilities, a beautiful garden and a beautiful ghat for bathing. Acharya Shivdatji would have talked about it and shown you all the video. Your contribution has played an important role in this venture. Thus, I end my speech with prayer to Lord Lakulishji or Dadaji and revered Bapuji that you all are blessed and you all attain heaven. I am grateful to all of you for listening to me peacefully. My loving Jai Bhagwan to everyone. Astu.
Jai Bhagwan. The teachers and support staff of the Lakulish Institute of Yoga in Canada and the United States have recently completed a very successful youth camp. This was greatly appreciated by the students who took part, young students who some were introduced to yoga, but many have known about it but not understood anything about it, and they were happy to take part in that. Also, this is part of the ongoing yoga Shibir that they have each Sunday morning and is very well received by all participants. Congratulations and Jai Bhagwan.
Jai Bhagwan, Guruji ne charan sparsh. My name is Sanvi.
My name is Shivansh.
And we both are from Alberta, Canada. We enjoyed the kids youth camp a lot and we enjoyed the asanas, the pranayam and the super brain yoga. Our favorite part was the Sadgun Sadhana, quiz and yoga dance. I would like to thank Sanyasini Maya ji for spending all of her precious time in this camp, and I would also like to thank all the yoga teachers for support. Thank you so much. Jai Bhagwan. Jai Bhagwan.
Yoga camp was so fun and I learned lots of new things. First, I learned lots of things from stories. I learned new pranayams, and I learned new animal asanas and how to do them. And then I learned, and thank you all for making this Sibir, and bye.
Dear Guruji, I am very happy to know you, listen to your satsangs and read your books. I love India very, very much. I miss you now. I wish you health and happiness. Continue to bring light to people, to many people everywhere. Om.
Hello from Estonia. With today's Guru Purnima, I would like to pass my greetings and the best wishes to all members of the Lakulish family who helped to keep alive the initiative of Guruji. Special blessings to the Guruji for his spiritual guidance. And my last greetings go to our Moscow friends. Stay healthy. Jai Bhagavan.
Jai Bhagavan Guruji. Jai Bhagavan, my lovely international Lakulish yoga family. I can't explain, my dear family, how grateful I am for everything you gave us all this time. The support, the patience, the perseverance and the kindness. You did it without any condition. Unconditional love. You are really unique, each and every of my dear Guruji. I see on you as a great example of yoga sadhana. I wish all of us to keep going, never give up, and always try to see the light. Jai Bhagavan, happy Guru Purnima, from Russia with the great love.
Jai Bhagavan, Guruji and Yoga Lakulish University. Thank a lot for your great job, for your knowledge and for everything I've learned from you. I congratulate you and wish you to have more students who will follow the path of the real yoga. Your teaching, real yoga, your teaching. And happy Guru Purnima.
Jai Bhagavan Guruji. Jai Bhagavan Mijnunarod.
Jai Bhagavan.
Jai Bhagavan.
Thank you. This day we'd like to say some words, our thoughts on the subject regarding this important celebration. In Western world and in Moscow exactly, it's very rare to have Guru, and it's almost beyond reach for most our fellow Russians. In fact, people in Russia have very vague idea what Guru does and why he is crucial for one personal growth. But we are lucky we do. Also, in these uncertain times, when many connections are severed and people are feeling increasingly separated, we are lucky to feel protected by the spiritual fortress that provides our Guru. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. Yes, we are so happy to be your disciples. We are so happy to be within your family. We feel even on the distance of 1,000 miles from you that you are with us. And we didn't see you for so many days, and each of these days we feel you, we know that you are with us, and even and only these things makes us our life happy and calm and straightforward. Thank you for this. It's really great. We are very happy to be your disciples.
Jai Bhagavan. I love you, Guruji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Congratulations, Guruji. Congratulations, all of us. And thank you.
Dear Bhagwan, dearest Guruji and all Lucklish members, I'm Vandana in China. 大家好，我是 Vandana， 我来自中国。To celebrate Guru Purnima, our all Chinese Lucklish members are sending our best wishes to Guruji. With Guruji's will, we have organized the Chinese Lucklish Yoga Institute. This year, we have organized Yoga for Good Health with levels 1 and 2. Till now, we have more than 800 Lucklish Yoga lovers. 500 of us have attended Lucklish Yoga sessions. 30 of us are Life Mission volunteers. And 10 of us will be Lucklish Yoga teachers this year. That's all under Guruji's blessing and guidance. Guruji, we are really missing you, and we are very looking forward to see you soon. We all wish you stay healthy and happy every day. Please give us darshan, and the Lucklish Yoga in China will develop better and better. Jai Bhagwan.
Ok, quindi benvenuti a tutti quanti.
Welcome to everyone.
Oggi faremo questa registrazione per fare un dono a RAJARSHI Muni.
Today we'll do this recording to offer a gift to Swami Rajarshi Muni. Rajarshi Muni is a yogi. He is my guru, my master, who lives in India. He has dedicated his whole life to God realization. This meeting that we are doing today is wholly dedicated to him and to all the gurus of the world, in the world. Today we celebrate the presence of the guru. Dedicated since 50 years, he's engaged in his yoga sadhana. Yoga sadhana means surrendering to the divine and to the process that leads to the divine. Rajarshi Muni and yoga teach us that exists a living force in us, and this living force called the prana can lead us, can guide us to the divine. When we learn to surrender to this force, we are guided by this force. The only thing that we have to do is to trust this energy. Obviously, yoga sadhana is not something that we can practice like other spiritual practices.
Richiede un profondo impegno.
It requires a deep perseverance and determination.
E purificazione del nostro corpo, della nostra mente.
And purification of our body and of our mind.
Ma lo yoga ci promette una cosa molto grande.
But yoga promises us liberation from suffering, from illness, from disease and from death.
E così oggi festeggiamo l'esempio dei guru che si sono dedicati a questo.
So today we celebrate the example of the gurus that dedicated their whole life to this. In particular, I celebrate Rajarshi Muni, who has dedicated his whole life to this process, reaching a very high advanced level of yoga, a level never reached before.
E al completamento di Kechari Mudra.
And
he has completed the Kechari Mudra.
He has completed the Kechari Mudra
process.
Yes.
E questo vuol dire che lui entra nel Samadhi.
And this means that he is able to enter into Samadhi.
E nella trasformazione del suo corpo mortale in un corpo immortale.
In the transformation of his mortal body into an immortal one. Even if this can seem to us impossible, perseverance and determination in our yoga practice gives us complete answers, and not only to theoretical answers. The PARAM Guru on this spiritual lineage to whom Rajarshi Muni refers
è Dadaji.
Is Dadaji. Dadaji, the 28th incarnation of Shiva, materialized himself to him twice, full of grace and bliss. This is an infinite blessing, even for those who are just simply connected to this spiritual lineage. Pulisha Dadaji is represented in this way.
Appoggiato allo Shiva Lingam.
Behind him there is Shiva Lingam,
che rappresenta la forza evolutiva.
Which represents the life force, the evolutionary life force. The force exists both in men and women. Two on Yoni. Yoni is a symbol of the feminine, principle, and lingam of the masculine. This little statue is not visible, but in the original one, the yoni is visible. You can
La
see.
sua figura ci dà anche delle indicazioni.
His form gives us some indication, some information towards the path to yoga.
E racchiude dei misteri profondi dello yoga.
Inside there are deep mysteries of yoga concealed that can be discovered through sadhana and Guru's grace. The precise science of yoga has been brought again to life.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
We can in our heart formulate our prayers. We send all our strength and all our dedication to Rajarshi Muni. Wish him success